Dealing with unreasonable opposing counsel is a major part of my job, and I found that it's actually sensible to break them down into different categories. So the most common example of this, particularly when you're dealing with an older lawyer, is a bully. That's just who they are. They've grown up being a bully, probably bullied their way through high school, university, gruff, think that they know more than you, and are throwing their weight around. When you deal with that person, the first and most important thing to do is to show them that you're not scared of them. That's the only thing that bullies really respond to, by the way, is force. It's meeting them and saying, I'm not scared of you. The second is people who have a weak case and think that being unreasonable makes their case stronger. And generally with those people, you want to meet them halfway. Often I'll say, look, I'm prepared to accept your case at its highest is A, B, C, D, E. And you should accept my case at its highest is A, B, C, D, E. And let's negotiate from that position. Generally speaking, if you make those concessions, they start to come to the table in a bit more of a reasonable fashion, and they start to see some sense in conciliating. Another form of unreasonable lawyer is one that's become their client's mouthpiece. That is when somebody has absolutely lost all objectivity and they are just simply regurgitating what their client says. They think their client is telling the truth 1000%, even if there's evidence that there isn't, and they are simply going to argue with you until the cows come home. You're basically arguing with the person who's in the hot seat. That's a very hard position to be in. And we, for example, at our firm, if someone's emotionally compromised, we have a rule. You can say you're emotionally compromised and we will insulate you or remove you from the case. We understand that emotions run high, but you can't negotiate with that person. And finally, you just have recalcitrant people. These are people who disagree for the sake of disagreeing. It's not even about being right, it's about just being difficult. And with those people, you document everything. And when you deal with things in the courtroom, you make sure that you say, we documented A, B, C, and D, Your Honor. These are our examples of trying to resolve these very basic points. They've not come to the party. The downside for your client is that if there's substantial delays, the closer you get to hearing date, that's the only time they do anything. So that's sort of the categories in my head of unreasonable counsel. And I always try my best to meet them halfway. I always try to have a conversation. More times than not, we can see eye to eye on something, but if we can't, so be it. I didn't get into the law to have easy conversations. Follow me for more legal TikTok.